Sorry, I. Look, sorry, I haven't uploaded in a while. I've been kind of sick, and mixed being sick with testing because of midterms. Not midterms. We can call it midterms. Well, what is it, midterms? It's the quarter. Yeah, midterm. The midterm testing for all my classes, had to study, and I also suck at math, and that was hell. So yeah, that's why I haven't uploaded in like a little over a week. It's a mix of personal and school related things. Stressful. But now I'm on break, so this is gonna be easier to do. I just finished watching Just Because, like right before I turned on this camera. I like Just Because. I like it. But I don't love it for these key reasons. The characters, I don't love them. I like some of them. Some of them are just there. But I like most of them, I guess. The one I like the least is Mio Natsume, the main girl. Because her thing is odd? Because spoilers, I guess. Spoilers, I guess, but it's just because no one watched this show. No one cares. The thing is, her arc kind of bothered me. Actually, before I get into all that, the quick plot synopsis. Our main character Izumi gets transferred to a school in winter, so basically the 4 months before school ends, so no one's really even doing anything anymore, and it's an odd time to transfer, and it just turns out to two people he knew from middle school were there, and he has previous history with them, and things go on in this time frame. It's like a bottled 4 months that we're following with these characters. But like back to my problem with Neo Matsure, it's because the thing is, her whole thing is, she was in love with Soma-kun. She was in love with him in middle school. And then she falls in love with Izumi, our main character. But the thing is about this is that you don't see the transition from her liking Soma-kun to liking Izumi. Unless I missed it, because it just seemed like all of a sudden she liked Izumi after he called her on her shit or something. That's what it seems like, but I don't understand why you would actually fall in love with someone after that moment when someone calls you out for using entrance exams as an excuse. And then there's the whole other plot with Soma-kun being in love with this other girl called Morimaya Chan. Nah, just Morimaya-san, because no one's called her Chan. But like, he's in love with her, and she's pretty shy-ish, and she's pretty calm and stoic, but he's in love with her, and a portion of the show is their romance developing. Then also there's the love triangle between Mio, Izumi, and the photo girl. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but the girl who takes pictures. They have a little love triangle, which you know who's gonna win and you know who's gonna lose because of just how these shows work. It doesn't do anything new, but except for this, there's the one thing it does new is that it does something that most anime don't even get to. Manga get to it sometimes, but anime usually doesn't get to it. Manga sometimes just skips it. Graduation. The only things that I could think of off the top of my head that actually do graduation and do it well is Pet Girl Sakura, K-On! Season 2, and Angel Beats, and Angel Beats is a special case, and Pet Girl Sakura, the graduation wasn't really the main point, and it wasn't the main cast, it was just a few characters who happen to be 30 years graduating, and so K-On! Is the only one where our main characters graduate. Maybe Manabi Straight, but I haven't watched that, so I don't know if it does it well or not. So it does the graduation thing, and it does it okay, but like you never get to see it, so I don't really have much to compare it to. There's this one part where like Natsume is giving this speech, but the thing is, I realized this was the flaw with the show. It was skipping to an end of an already set story. And that's to its detriment. Because it starts at the end of a story, I don't have this emotional attachment. I don't know where these characters are coming from. Well, I know where they're coming from what they told me now, but I haven't seen them develop to get here. We're at the end of their career. Also, this show is didn't need to be an anime. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be an anime. Anything can be an anime. You can make anything into whatever you want. But it's like it felt more like a drama, like a live action drama, more than it felt like an anime. I felt like I was watching just a Japanese drama. I could have easily imagined everything being live action, and that's fine. Maybe they could make a live action just because that would actually work instead of trying to make fantastical things into live action, which don't work because you don't have the budget or talent. That's my opinion on live action movies. But when it comes down to it, it's like there's not a great enough connection. I do generally like the characters because they were pretty likable to begin with. The photo girl was really likable. Soma-kun, the sports guy, he was pretty likable. Izumi, he was pretty normal. Like, he was more of a stoic main character-ish. He didn't really have any outlandish reactions. The only person who brought that out of him was the photo girl. And Matsura-san, it starts with an M, I know that. She's good. She's good. She's fine, not like a top tier waifu or anything, but like she's a good character. She has her own little arc there. But Mino Natsume, she kinda exists and then she switches love interests like immediately. Like right when you don't even know that she's in love with Izumi until the photo girl asks her for permission to ask him out on a date and she says no. And my first question wasn't like, oh, she said no. My first reaction was, wait, when did she care? Because it didn't seem like she cared up until this point. Like, did she just start caring? Like, when? When did this happen? Yeah, but like, just because overall, the animation is pretty good. Most of the time, it's really good. I hear that there was a lot of production issues because the guy wanted very specific facial expressions. He didn't want and that was hard for the team to get done. Then the music is also really good. Music's pretty. I don't think I would have enjoyed some of these moments as much if the music wasn't there. Like if it was a different soundtrack. Like I love the baseball theme and I love the main theme and a few of the other tracks that are there because the music is just so nice and calming and like the effort into the music is ridiculous. But the characters and story, that's where the show is at its weakest. And those are like the most important parts. I did enjoy myself though. So I'm giving it like a 7 out of 10. It's like a mid to low 7. I enjoyed myself. I probably wouldn't rewatch it. I would buy it, I guess. Like if it gets dubbed or something, I'll buy it. If it's a good dub, maybe I'll buy it. But as of right now, I probably would recommend it to someone who likes romance anime, and that's about it. I wouldn't recommend it to someone who's... If you don't like romance anime, this won't change your mind. But if you love romance anime like I do, you'll think, like, oh yeah, it's a pretty good romance anime. Like, Like, I'm just really nice to romance anime, so if I'm giving it a 7, the average public would probably give it a 6 or a 5. and But yeah, that's my opinion on Just Because. See you in the next one. I gotta record a bunch of these.